Hi, and I want to begin with a bow here. As you know, the bow is a way to bring us together, to bring us into our presence in the moment. And so I hope it's not something that you use in the course, not just when we get together like this with this little short video clip, but really anytime you come into the course to read material or to enter into the discussions. You might just bow and gather together with the class here. Even though we're not in the same space or even in the same time, it's a way to bring us together. I also want to say that I'm happy with the discussions, how they've been happening, both the expression of your own experience as well as the exploration of the material, your reflections about the material, your questions about the material. So I hope all of that will continue to come. As always, if you have questions for me, bring those into the office. And they could be about the material, they could be about the organization of the course, anything. Now, here in Unit 4, the course moves into a different phase. So the first couple of weeks, Units 2 and 3, we looked at life transitions, especially through the lens of the three-stage model: separation, threshold, and return. Different words get used for these: enclosure, transformation, and emergence. There's another set of terms, but I think we could say that the deep structure of all life transitions follows this three-stage model, and its various expressions that begin to reflect some of the diversity of culture, of gender identity, of age. So this three-stage model, and also some of the dynamics of life transitions. We also have been looking at rites of passage, the forms of ritual, the ceremonies, and the markers that have been developed to help us with these passages. Now, for the next 6 or 7 weeks of the course, we're going to take a look at each of these three phases. And the way I've organized it is that each phase has two particular qualities or allies that come to us, two particular tasks, and two particular supports or allies to help us with those tasks. This week, the task is accessing the courage to initiate a change. Sometimes that comes in the form of anger. How do we mine that anger? How do we find the deeper source of the anger? And it's not always anger that initiates a change. Sometimes it's simply time. It is time. And the only thing I can do is make this change. So, lots of particular dynamics that initiate a change, and I look forward to hearing about yours. But underlying in this part of a transition, there is a central quality of our true nature. It is what we are. Now, how can we access that in a way that supports us at the beginning of a transition? When our task is separation or severance, this is one of the allies that comes to us to help us get things going. So, in the course this week, we'll look at that in some detail. I look forward to seeing you online. Just a quick reminder that at the beginning of next week, Unit 5, your first review is due. So, glad you're here. I'm going to bow. See you online.